Good morning, everyone. So today we discuss about the backgrounds of Nietzsche in his biography, his antinomies or contradiction of his beliefs, other features, and the essays of that related to his philosophy and literature. Now, in the story of life for Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche was born in Rücken, Germany on October 15, 1844, and was named after the Prussian king. His two grandfathers were Lutheran ministers, and at the age of 5, his father died and was left to the care in a household dominated by females. His mother, sister, grandmother, and two maiden aunts. He was schooled in boarding school in Forta and entered the University of Basel, where he learned philology and Latin. He was invited to the University of Basel at Switzerland, and at the age of 25, he was called by the chair, who's called the chair philosophy department, and at there met the composer Richard Wagner. During the Franco-Prussian War, he volunteered in a medical orderly, but he returned to Basel after getting ill in the army. There he had a heavy teaching load. At the age of 35, he resigned from the university, pleading his ill health. Yes, condition is a critical radical condition with his health. He led a modest life from then on. He collapsed in one of the streets in Turin in the place in Italy, and got insane. He died on, so that's the bad side of the story, or something difficulties that Nietzsche encountered. He died on August 25, sadly, August 25, 1900, at Weimar, without having recovering his intelligence. Proceeding to the antinomies, we have these following statements. Nietzsche was a son of and grandson of Lutheran ministers, yet his campaign was against morality. This morality is especially influenced by Christian belief. Nietzsche grew up in an environment dominated by women, although his philosophy was the Superman. Nietzsche called for the expression of will to power, even though he believed in sublimation and control. Nietzsche's works ranked among the most lucid ever written, but his days were ended in hopeless insanity. Nietzsche came from a family with well-founded Christian values, yet his campaign was against morality. Nietzsche attacked Christianity for extolling only a Pollonian element, despite of believing in sublimation and control. Nietzsche stressed the overlooked nature of man, the Dionysian element, but believed in sublimation and control. Nietzsche's upbringing was marked by female discipline, but his philosophy was the Superman. Nietzsche proposed evaluation of morality. However, his campaign was against it, against the limited notions of morality. Nietzsche showed astounding intelligence, yet his days were ended in hopeless insanity, like that is that in Weymouth, as I mentioned earlier. Now there are also figures in the philosophy of Nietzsche. Reason as embedded in the cosmos is not a part of Nietzsche's general theme. So it's not in the cosmology or metaphysics, although they are one of the greatest part of philosophy. Instead, those are discovery of oneself, freedom from domination, and the notion of universe as a riddle not to be solved. So it's like counted into the camp of existentialism, like that. Now, Arthur Schopenhauer was one of the philosophers who inspired Nietzsche, aside from Wagner, Schleiermacher, or Ritschl. Europe in time of Nietzsche was a symbol for power and security, especially in the Germany. The Darwinian theory of evolution by Charles Darwin was a mark during Nietzsche's time that focuses on adaptability and survival, and it seems that this have inspired his analogy of the birds and the ships. Nihilism refers to a state without any form of moral standard. Like this. This is very crucial part in his view on morality. It says that a state without any form of moral standard, like there's no such thing as objective. It's upon on a person on making it. Nihilism also is a part of Nietzsche's philosophy, which arises from a cultural event. Nietzsche's claim is to go back to human nature as grounds for nobility and the good. Human nature is characterized by Apollonian and Dionysian elements. This is like a self-control and as embodied by Apollonian, and the interest to adventure, like in the context of Dionysian element. For Nietzsche, full development is achieved in the fusion of the two elements in man. So these two elements in man, he referred to the Apollonian and the Dionysian drive. Dionysian means no limits, barriers or restraints in comparison to order and harmony by the Apollonian drive. Will to power is a force inherent in man. So for this essay, we will dive deeper to the reason why Nietzsche was interested in man, like in the he seek we seek help here from the Greek literature and his view on Christianity. So human nature for Nietzsche is constituted and balanced with the two inherent elements, again the Apollonian and Dionysian. The Apollonian element is taken from the symbol of Apollo, the sun god, the lord of the golden bow, the radiant son of Zeus and Leto. He symbolizes order, restraint, control, and is known to be eternally good and potent in battle. He pursued the dreadful serpent, the python, in the midst of the cave of Delphi. The cave was raised into a temple which was served by oracular priestesses called Python, Phy, Phy, Pythonesses. Among all the gods, Apollo resembled closely to the Greek ideal. Favorite of mankind, he preached the middle way. This middle way. His twin sister, Artemis, accused him of hypocrisy because of her disapproval of his paramours. He symbolizes art and inherent wisdom. Dionysius was the god of the vine. So this is the half brother of the half sibling of Apollo and Artemis. The master of so Dionysius was the master of revels or uh, liquor. It's a liquor or alcoholic drink and bestower of ecstasy. He was the symbol of the untamed and the dynamic stream of life, born to the fire of passion between Zeus and his mother Semele. So his mother is different, although they share the same father with Apollo, which is Zeus. But his mother is Semele, a Phrygian princess. Dionysius was close to mankind as well. He may represent the feeling of abandonment to music and represents the principle that life keeps youthful. It means being absorbed in the large reality of life. Thus, it means no limits, no restraints, no barriers. So go back to the Python. Who is this Python? Python was ordered by Hera to harry apollo's mother. And let's proceed to the notion of Christianity. Nietzsche attacks Christianity that it is anti-natural, anti-human, extolling only the Apollonian element, presenting it as equivalent to what is good and causing morality that categorizes the manifestations of the Dionysian element as bad and evil. So, if we only looking on the Apollonian, we cannot see Dionysian as good. So, what Nietzsche wants to try to say is to develop our appreciation and appreciate the Dionysian drive, which is to gain ecstasy, to bear pleasure, and it is not literally evil. Nietzsche finds Christianity as debilitating nature, destroying human nature, which is supposed to achieve a harmony and balance of both. So it's about both sacrifice and self-preservation. So self-sacrifice, self-preservation is, according to Nietzsche, something that should be developed, should be embodied in our living, like that. Uh, the weak spot of this Christianity is the the seeking self-defense as vengeance. Like when the other chick is slapped, you let the one side to be slapped as well. But Christian Nietzsche critique that in the sense of it does not make a person preserve himself from attackers. So oth- otherwise there is no preservation and affirmation of life. But he wants to make Christianity not void. What it means is to enhance Christianity, like Christianity that is without resentment, without denial of life, like what to say, a combination of both Apollonian and Dionysian element. Uh, yes, the sacrifice and self-preservation. Thank you very much, and see you once again.